What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com bringing you another news video, and before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Now, for some of the highlights, we have new images of the Air Jordan 6 Carmine, definitely looking nice, and a first look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG Shadow 2.0. Also, Travis Scott was spotted in a new Air Jordan 1 Low collab, and of course, there's plenty more from Jordan Brand. From Nike, we got a ton of releases to go over and a few things from Adidas. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. A little bit more information on the Yeezy Boost 380 Alien Blue. Now, initially this pair didn't have a nickname. Now they're being called Alien Blue, and they somewhat resemble that of the Alien Yeezy Boost 380. Now, the additional information that we have is that a release is expected to come spring 2021. So that means anywhere between January and March, and the retail price will be $230. We have a rumored release date for the Yeezy Boost 700 Sun. Now, Adidas has yet to officially announce the release date, at least at the time of shooting this video. However, what is going around is that this pair will debut on January 23rd. Again, that's not confirmed. And another part of this information is that traditionally this pair will retail at $300. However, the new retail price is $240. Again, that is also rumored, and that seems like a substantial price drop, but if it is true, I'm definitely not mad at that. In this video, we have a good amount of release dates from Nike, which is different from previous videos. Usually we just have a release time frame, and then slowly over time we'll get a release date here and there, but the first one I'm going to talk about is the Nike Dunk High All-Star. Now, this pair will release in men's and grade school sizing, but the images shown is the grade school pair, and currently they are scheduled to release on February 11th. Retail price will be $110. Who remembers the Nike Air Foamposite Pro Vault that launched back in December 2014? Well, Nike is bringing the shoes back. I'm not sure why, but in my opinion, I do think that Nike is trying to make the Foamposites more sought after. I believe this was a colorway that did well when they released. Also, this was around the time, maybe a little bit after, that Foamposites started to die off. But if you're interested in grabbing this pair again or for the first time, they're going to drop on January 27th, and the retail price will be $230. Recently, official images of the undefeated Nike Air Max 97 in sale, also just being called white, leaked. Now, when they leaked, we didn't know a release date. We knew they were coming. Well, at least we expected they were going to release. But we now have a release date. So for people that are trying to purchase, you can grab them on January 8th, and the retail price will be $180. I honestly haven't really looked too deep into what retailers will have them. One of them that will is the Sneakers app, and I would think Undefeated, but I looked at their Instagram and Twitter and I didn't see an announcement, at least not at the time of creating this video. It's been a little while since I spoke on the Nike Dunk High Premium Dark Russet. Now, the good news is we have a potential release date, and as you can see, it comes dressed in a velvet brown, dark russet, dark curry, and cell colorway. Now, the possible release date for this shoe is January 28th. Once again, that hasn't been confirmed, and it's possible we could see a release date change, and the retail price will be $120. Next, we have another potential release date, and this time it's for the Nike Dunk Low Premium Medium Curry. Now, I do know there's a bit of hype for this shoe. A good amount of people are excited for this release. But then again, a lot of people are excited for every dunk release. And I wonder if that's going to change with the amount of pairs coming out, plus the fact that they're going to be available at foot sites now. And then very soon you'll be able to create your own pair from Nike by you. Anyways, if this is a pair you're interested in grabbing, the rumored release date is January 28th, so the same day as the Dark Russet, and the retail price will be $110. Over the summer, we received a preview of the Fragment Sakai Nike LDWaffle, and it looks like a release is coming soon. However, we don't have a specific date. We do have some additional information, and the pair comes dressed in blue void, obsidian, and white. Now, although this is a Photoshop, you can expect something very similar to this to release, and apparently the retail release will be slightly different from the sample we saw last summer, and it'll feature mesh on the upper and suede on the overlays. Other than that, we have Fragment signature lightning bolt on the lateral side and insoles, dual branding on the tongue, as well as double swoosh logos on the panels. So finishing the look is a white midsole and a navy rubber outsole. Currently, a release is expected to take place in spring 2021, and the retail price will be $160. Coming soon from Ambush and Nike is the Dunk High Cosmic Fuchsia. Also, it looks like the release date has changed and they will now debut on February 4th. But thanks to the founder of Ambush, we now have a first look at the Ambush Nike Dunk High Chicago. Now the pair features a red, white, and black colorway, obviously mimicking the Chicago Air Jordan 1. As well, they feature a vintage-like midsole and the rubber-like swoosh that extends past the heel. Lastly, the pair will feature Ambush branding on the tongue. Now, unfortunately for this pair, we don't have information if a release will take place. It's possible that this pair is just a sample and won't hit retailers, but we should have more information soon. Now, information on another Ambush Nike Dunk High collaboration came out yesterday, and the good news on this pair, it looks like they're going to release. However, if you're a fan of what you're seeing on the screen right now, unfortunately, it's just a Photoshop. However, the Photoshop is based off of the color description, which will come in deep royal blue, white, pale ivory, and black. Now, if they do look like this, of course, I plan on buying, and the color theme somewhat matches up to the Chicago-like Ambush Dunk High. So, for the release info, they are expected to release either spring or summer 2021, and the retail price will be $180. I believe it was over the weekend, Nike and Jordan Brand officially unveiled the 2021 Chinese New Year collection. Now, a few of these releases I spoke on in the Air Jordan release dates video for January. Again, there will be a link in the description below if you missed that video. But just to go over what shoes are actually part of this collection as well as the inspiration and whatnot, I wanted to read from the press release as well as just list the shoes. So, included is the Kyrie 7, the Dunk Low, Air Max 2009, Blazer Mid, and the Super Rep 2. From Jordan Brand, we have the Air Jordan 1 Low, the Air Jordan 5 Low, the Air Jordan 35, and the Jordan Delta Breathe. Now, for the women, they'll have the Dunk Low Disrupt, the Escape Run, Air Max Verona, Blazer Rebel, and the Super Rep Groove. Last up, we'll have 3 variations of the Converse Chuck 70s. Now, to read from their press release, each pair will combine a mixture of colors and materials inspired by a joyous temple fair and specifically organized into 3 design themes: the explosive firecracker, the artisanal Chinese knot, and the naturalistic spring blossom. Each detail immerses the collection in different senses and textures, showing a full range of creative expression that typifies year-end celebration. Release dates for each shoe has yet to be announced. However, I do have some of the highlights, and first we have the Nike Dunk Low that will debut on January 22nd. The Air Jordan 5 Low will release on January 14th. The Air Jordan 1 Low OG will release on January 31st, and the colorways of the Converse Chuck 70 will start releasing on January 21st. I wasn't planning on showcasing this pair, but it somewhat made me frustrated, and I'll get into that in a moment, but as you can see, it is the Jordan 6 Rings, nicknamed Obsidian. Now, it's very obvious here that Jordan Brand took inspiration from the Air Jordan 12 Obsidian, and my frustration comes from the fact that over the past several years, Jordan Brand has released pairs that are very close to the Obsidian 12s, using the Air Jordan 12, almost tempting us and dangling it in front of our faces. And now we've moved past that and we're getting 6 rings. So I'm not knocking the shoe itself because I do know there are some people that enjoy this model, but more so is that Jordan Brand knows that we want these OG retros to return. The Obsidian would be nice, the Taxi 12s would be nice, Playoffs, or even the Cherry. I think most of us want to see the Cherry return, but that's just my little rant. And if you're interested in grabbing this pair, it doesn't have a release date. More than likely, when they do drop, retailers will just throw them on the shelf, so just more of a time frame, and the retail price will be $170. I believe over the weekend, new images of the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 collaboration leaked, so I did want to showcase that with you guys, as well as take a moment to speak on the shoes a little bit more. Now, what I'm seeing is there's a ton of people with pairs already in hand. Some of them are selling them, and to give you a heads up, if you do have the deep pockets to purchase them, because what I'm hearing is people are charging around $2K for the shoes. Pre-orders are around $1,500, and in my opinion, not everybody who has this shoe has the authentic pair. In fact, for the most part, I think there's a lot of fakes that are circulating right now. And personally, I don't have an issue if anybody decides to wear fake shoes. But what I do have an issue is if I myself or anybody else goes to buy an authentic product and pays that authentic price tag and they get a pair of fakes. That's not cool. I'm sure that everybody across the board can agree on that. Now, if you want to go ahead and you do have the money and do a pre-order, that's something different. With this shoe, I don't really know how they're going to release it as of yet. More than likely, it will be a Trophy Room exclusive. I'm hoping that they release on the Sneakers app, but even if that does happen, which I doubt, you have like 1 in 1,000 chance of getting them, probably less than that. Also, they may drop on the Trophy Room website, but I've only had bad experiences with that website. Shoes sell out before the initial launch, and basically that's due to bots. So other than that, the rumored release date is February 10th. That isn't confirmed yet. And as you can see, the shoes are inspired by the 1985 All-Star Game, and that's actually the date when the game took place. Also, what I thought is pretty cool is that each pair comes with a ticket stub, which also has the date, and then on the inside of the tongue, there's a little label that reads February 10th, 1985. Now, before I move on to the next shoe, the retail price is said to be $170. However, I don't think that's going to be the price. I think it's going to be more, but I should have more information on that soon. We're starting to get more images of the Air Jordan 4 University Blue, and images showing how they look on feet recently came out, so I did want to showcase that to you guys. But other than that, all the information is the same. And one thing I've noticed with these images is that the jock label that lands on the tongue, I thought it was stitched down, but it just looks like it's hanging there. Now, that was my only issue with the shoes. I didn't like that, and I know some other people don't also. Now, this might be going overboard, but possibly you could remove it, just cut it off, or maybe unstitch it somehow. I don't know, I probably wouldn't go through all that trouble. But the release date is March 6th, and the retail price is $225. Travis Scott was spotted in another one of his collaborations while he was in Aspen, which is the Air Jordan 1 Low, and it's just being called Obsidian. Now, when the images initially leaked, this was the first time that most of us actually got to see the shoes. Now, they basically resemble that of the Air Jordan 1 High OG Obsidian. And it's kind of funny, I've heard people asking if that shoe will actually go up in value because of this pair. And I just checked, and this is crazy. The last sale in my size 10.5 was $601. I know they're in the high $300, low $400 range, and now it looks like they're in the high 400s with the exception of that $601 sell. I'm actually really surprised that somebody bought it for that price. But as you can see, the pair features a backward swoosh. What's different from his Mocha collaboration is that the Cactus Jack face logo that would traditionally be on the left heel just has the Wings logo. Other than that, the medial swoosh, that is done in Obsidian. We have Obsidian around the toe, and it's really hard to tell, but it does look like they are constructed with leather and suede, possibly nubuck. And that pretty much does it for this pair. Now, a lot of people have been asking if this shoe is going to release, and honestly, nobody knows at the time of shooting. I know there's a lot of people that are claiming that they are. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but I've seen a good amount of people that are. But currently, there is no information on a release. So I'm definitely liking the shoes. I love the colorway. I wish it was a high, but I'm not mad that it's a low. And let me know in the comment section below if you would buy this shoe if they released. A couple months ago, Z Sneakerhead Z and I, we put together a Photoshop showcasing what the Air Jordan 1 High OG Shadow 2.0 would look like. Now we have a first look. I'm definitely excited for this pair, and there's only one difference from the Photoshop compared to what's releasing, and that is the material. So instead of it being suede on the overlays, it appears that it is nubuck, similar material to that of the Air Jordan 1 High OG University Blue. Now, as you can see, it comes dressed in a black, light smoke gray and white colorway, and pretty much we have black leather on the panels, toe, and ankle, while the same shade covers the tongue, wings logo, and outsole. Other than that, we have gray on the overlays and white on the midsole. So unfortunately, we only have the one image. It's not the best image, but you can definitely tell what's going on here and what to expect. Now, initially, this pair was expected to debut sometime in February. However, that has changed, and we do have a release date. Currently, the release date is scheduled for May 15th. The retail price will be $170. Now, there is a possibility that the shoe could be pushed back or even forward, but for now, let me know your thoughts on this pair in the comment section below. We have new images of the Air Jordan 6 Carmine. Now, a month, maybe a little over a month ago, we received a first look. It wasn't that great, it was just part of the ankle. And then Nike put on the Sneakers app a preview of the shoes. The images used were vintage inspired, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't pictures of the actual shoe, but in fact, some digital rendering. Some could argue that it's still all in the same. We know what to expect, and at the time of shooting, a release date is set for February 13th. It's possible that the date could be moved around. However, that has been the date for a while now, so I kind of think that may be locked in, but anything is possible. The retail price will be $200. Also, they will be releasing in full family sizing. Let me know your thoughts on these new images. I would be surprised if these images changed anyone's mind, just for the simple fact that when you hear about the Carmines returning with Nike Air branding, most of us want them. But I'm interested in hearing your thoughts down below. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm going to try to have at least one more video this week. Hopefully there's enough news to put one together. I'm expecting to drop it on Friday, possibly Saturday. Now, before I get out of here, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.